Let's go. Welcome back to the podcast, episode 153.
Might be a tropical storm coming.
Yep.
Well, there's definitely a hurricane heading this way, but yeah, interesting.
The Oscar. We dodged all of them, but this one seems to be heading our way. So when this episode drops on Tuesday,
it'll be heading, I believe it'll be the south of Long Island. We're in the north. And then Wednesday, it'll be out by Bermuda.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that it drops down, because it's a Category 1 right now. It's supposed to drop down once it hits Cuba, and then it comes off Cuba and it heads towards us. It's supposed to be a tropical storm. I'm just hoping that it actually does drop down, because if it's a Category 1, that's going to suck. I mean, all hurricanes suck, but...
What was the one hitting Florida? It was Category
That was Milton.
4 or...
I think it was... it jumped up to a 5. No, yes, it jumped up to a 5, went down to a 4, and then a 3, I think. Or 4-3, yeah.
Yeah. What's the wind speed on one? I've never been in a hurricane. What's the wind speed?
80 miles an hour for a 1. Cat 2 can be 130, I think, and it goes up from there.
What's the wind right now?
Right now we're
30?
at 27.
Oh,
28 miles an hour, yeah. But we're just getting outside wind.
Yeah.
It just hasn't rained at all. It's just been blowing like a champ.
It's been windy for 2 days.
I'm just happy my Starlink is still on the roof, because it's been blowing. So
right.
We might have to take that down tomorrow.
No.
What are you talking about? We just got it. I don't want it to blow away into the ether.
I'm having
into space.
I'm having my debut with the NHL game tomorrow.
I don't want to talk about that. Next question.
Tomorrow night. Motalas Vikingar is doing a comeback, and we're stepping into the game, dude. So my hopes is that the power is on, that the Wi-Fi is on, and everything for tomorrow. Like the wind can blow out here, just as long as the Wi-Fi is working, the TV is working, and the PlayStation is working.
Let's keep that dream alive for you. I know how it goes here, so I'll leave that to you.
All right, so for years now, me and Maury has been using Whoop, and we have finally teamed up with Whoop so you can get started today. So Whoop measures the stressors you put on your body through training and everyday life to give you insight of the 3 key pillars: sleep, recovery, and strength. Heart rate variability, resting heart rate, respiratory rate, and sleep data unlock your Whoop recovery score each day. Use our link down here to get 30 days free and a free Whoop 4.0 and get started today. I want to talk the election a little bit because it's closing in. It's about we don't know shit about the election. First of all, I'm so out of the loop. I just saw the new betting numbers came in. It was like
he's at 62 and she's at 34, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is bananas because the betting numbers was towards Kamala for the past 3 weeks or something.
But I think she had
switched.
Oh, I think she went on a talk show or an interview and just bombed.
Yeah, the one with Fox News.
And she kind of walked back a few things that she was firm on. And I think people were like, wait a minute, you were shitting on that recently, and now you're kind of backing up Trump on what things he was trying to do. I think that's what was going on.
Yeah, that was on Fox News.
So that's a bit of a shit show for her. So it's going to be interesting. Again, it's just...
It's a weird world we live in because presidents are going on podcasts now. She went on Call Her Daddy. And Call Her Daddy in the beginning, the first couple of episodes.
That's right. She did, didn't she? I didn't see it, though. I only saw clips of that. That's right.
Yeah, she went on Call Her Daddy. Trump went on Flagrant and Theo Vaughn. Rumors has it he's going on Joe Rogan.
You think he will?
Rumor has it. They say it's confirmed.
Yeah, but if he goes on Joe, I think Joe has the power to kind of tilt that whole election, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think so, but he went on so many big podcasts.
Yeah, but Joe's the biggest.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
What's the equivalent of a big podcast on the left side? There's no, right? There's no one.
Not that I know of. But that'll be interesting if he goes on there because I like to see the questions and the conversation from Joe.
Yeah.
Does Joe even like him? I don't know.
He finds him amusing. They talk. He's a big UFC fan, so I bet they talked a lot. They probably know each other. I know he knows his sons. His sons are big hunters and stuff.
Right.
So he knows his sons, and he likes his sons. And I don't know. It would be interesting. Because the podcast I've seen with Trump, it hasn't been this political, like, weird questionnaire that it usually is when you see an interview, like it's so prepared. Like the podcast has been basically just chilling and hanging out. Like the one with
don't
Theo
they have
Von.
the questions usually ready when you're
they didn't feel like that.
No, when you're doing debates.
Yes.
Like when you're doing debates, I think when the president goes up to the podium and he goes, "You," and he says, "You." I heard years ago that they already know the questions that they're going to be asked, and they give them. It makes them look more knowledgeable, and they're prepared. And then when they get something from, like, sideswiped, that's when they kind of go next. So, but podcast, it's like you said, it's unscripted, so anything goes. Like he probably says before he goes on, "Look, these are things I do not want to talk about."
Yeah, there's
because
probably
I think most people that go on podcasts have probably done that before. That weren't the president. They were probably like, "Look, I don't want to talk about my divorce I just had, or I don't want to talk about a drug addiction I had 30 years." Like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that. But it was interesting. Yeah. It'll be very interesting to see him on Joe because he's funny as fuck.
Yes, he was good on Flagrant. Like you kind of.
He's funny. Joe Rogan's. Donald Trump is funny.
He's a comedian.
But it's going to be interesting. I think with the whole thing breaking out too, with North Korea helping out Russia, it's kind of like.
That
we have to.
Why isn't more people talking about that?
I don't know, but we definitely need someone that's going to be a little bit more aggressive on. Like I told you before, remember, I feel very much like your leader kind of does represent you, and no matter how crazy they look at him, Biden looks weak to the rest of the world, right?
Yeah.
And even though, I mean, I'm not really against Trump or for Trump, to be honest, but I feel like someone like him.
I thought you were putting on your MAGA hat right now.
Someone like him. What I mean by that is people know he doesn't give a shit, and they know that if you fuck with him, he's going to push back. And I feel that does need to be like a leader. I'm not talking like a Putin, but you push with him, he's going to push you back. He's going to put his chin out if you want to fight. And I think that's what a leader has to be. And it makes the rest of the world be like, okay, we can't really mess with them. Because right now, the whole Biden thing, the rest of the world is like, just walk right in. I think I've said this before, like, just walk right in and take over. It's like candy from a baby.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, so I think with everything else going on in the world, we kind of do need him in that position because people are going to knee-jerk a little bit if they try and mess with us.
I'm more interested in getting Kennedy in there.
So well, he's not going to be president.
No, but he's teamed up with him. He's going to release the files to him.
Yeah, that's...
Kennedy's going to go after the food industry. They're going to take away all the shit that they have in the food. Your cereals is going to be gone, which it sucks for you.
Then I don't want Trump to win.
That's what you're leading your
Don't take my Lucky Charms and my Fruit Loops, dude. That's a staple of my breakfast. I don't give a shit.
Because Fruit Loops they're banned in like Canada.
Shh. Go. You're wrong. No, they're what?
They're like banned in Canada, or they don't have the same ingredients.
Yeah, but that's Canada.
But it's like McDonald's. McDonald's in US and McDonald's in Europe is not the same because they can't have the ingredients they have in America.
I don't know, man. I felt just as shitty eating McDonald's in Sweden as I did in America.
I don't know.
I did. I don't think there's a difference there.
Yeah, it is.
Well, then it's shit either way, whatever they do to it.
The ingredients is, there's a lot of difference there.
Yeah, but there's probably just different shit ingredients because I felt the exact same eating it in Sweden. I felt the exact same in Thailand, in Italy, in America, Bahamas. No, but I mean, I've traveled the world. That's the one thing you can be consistent with. You can go in the middle of Bangladesh and McDonald's is going to taste exactly the same as it does in downtown New York.
That's not true.
It is true. All right, but it tastes the same.
Maybe. But it's not the same.
Anyway, you feel like shit no matter what whenever you're eating it. So.
True. I always feel like shit after eating
You feel
McDonald's.
good while you're eating it.
For a while.
That's why when you see kids when they beg you for McDonald's when they're little.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids used to have it, but it was very, like, spread apart. Like, it was more of a treat once in a blue moon to have McDonald's, call it shit in it, right? Like, I put more of it in my body than I let my kids, but you ever seen little kids when you give them McDonald's? They eat it and then they just fucking like shut down.
Yeah.
Their bodies are just trying to deal with all the shit messing with it. It's pretty funny. Well, it's not funny, but it is because they just like shut down. They're just like
all the chemicals.
Comatose, right?
Yeah.
So.
And it keeps you full for like 7 minutes, and then you're hungry again.
And then you feel like crap, yeah.
And you feel like shit. But
it's the wrong kind of calories.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Imagine. Oh, there was that documentary when they lived off it. And he felt like shit after. Supersize Me, right?
Yeah, Supersize Me. I heard that really this is old. We're talking about old stuff right now, but it really damaged the McDonald's industry, didn't it? McDonald's took a major hit. Major hit after that came out.
Must have.
Yeah, for 30 days, I think he did nothing but eat McDonald's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think he gained weight. Fucking blood pressure went up. Hypertension. Like, he went through the mill.
That's what I'm more worried about. Like, the weight will come, but it's not nutrient at all. Like, it doesn't feel any. Now, a triple cheeseburger after I play, like, ice hockey when I went home at, like, 10:30 p.m. at night after a hockey practice, I snuck by McDonald's and had, like, 2 triple cheeseburgers. That's one thing. There's a lot of protein in that shit. And I didn't feel that bad after the cheeseburgers, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's earned, right? Like, if you have a very active lifestyle and you're physically crushing it all the time, then you go to McDonald's. It's probably, this is my professional opinion, it's probably not good for you, but your body is probably going to be able to break it down and take what it needs from it a lot better than someone that just has a computer job, sits on the couch all day, eats a bunch of other shit, is not active, and then they're eating McDonald's. I think there's something to be said about that. You know, it's the same with a can of Coke. They say Coke's not good, but if I stuck you in the desert for 3 days and you came back 3 or 4 days and you're just fucking dehydrated, and I gave you a 2 liter of ice cold Coke, and you gunned that whole thing, I'm pretty sure your body would pull everything it needs from that and put it where it has to belong.
Dude, the body will probably find protein in that somehow.
I don't know about protein, but it would definitely be like, okay, we're going to pull what we need from this to help this guy recover, man. So it's situational, I guess, right? It's like people that do it on occasion, and people like that is their diet.
And it tastes so much better when you're eating it as well. Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
I mean, how many vegans do you know that actually have health issues because they don't take in other things? I'm going to stir some shit up saying that, but I know people that...
Some vegans.
I don't know. I think when you lean hard one way in anything, like you're just a carnivore, you're just a vegan, I think you are missing out.
Omnivore is the new shit. I want to try omnivore.
I think a bit of everything, dude.
Meat and fruit.
Bit of everything.
I think that's a good diet.
Mediterranean diet, I think, is great, and I think paleo, I'll always think that is great. I just do, to be honest. That's my opinion.
Paleo is the one when you eat like they ate like 100
yeah, whatever.
Years ago.
You basically don't eat anything that
Processed.
wasn't around 400 years ago, 500 years ago, so...
That must be good.
And the Mediterranean diet is really good, too. I think that gets underrated a little bit.
What's the Mediterranean diet? Sorry.
It's just like a lot of lamb, fish, the salads, the Greek salads, the Italian, stuff like that. It's not the pastas and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. Like feta cheese. I think it's actually really good for you.
But they say, like, when you eat pasta in Italy, it's made completely different.
Well, they use different seeds, right? The pasta, the wheat is different.
You don't feel like sluggish.
Like you can eat pizza there, and you can eat bread there, and it's completely different. And I was told because the seeds, they use a different type of seed in their wheat and their flour and stuff like that. Don't quote me on it, but I think that, yeah.
Interesting.
Because I remember the couple of times I was there, we would eat like that. You have a whole pizza and you just still feel great. It's not like you order a pizza in the States and you eat and you just feel like you're not moving. It's just like, blah, you feel heavy and fat. It's different. Yeah.
But that was the same thing. Remember that pop pizza? We talked about this earlier today. When it opened in town in Motala, when we lived in Sweden.
They were the shit when they opened up. But
you didn't feel like shit after eating that?
No, but you did towards the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because me and Johan, right before I left, he came over and hung out. And, we were hanging out and just talking shit before I moved, and we ordered that.
Yeah.
And it was good, but I didn't feel great afterwards, and I'm pretty sure he didn't. But he went home right after, so I'm pretty sure. It just changed.
It became like one of the 100 other pizza places in
You know what? There's something to be said about that. Have you noticed that places that place got to the point where you had a lot of options. Like the menu had everything from pizza, sandwiches, burgers. I think when you get into that type of a restaurant, the food is shit. When you go somewhere and it's specific, like it's just burgers, it's just seafood, it's just sushi, or it's just. I think the food quality is always a lot better. Have you noticed that?
Interesting, yeah.
Think about that. Like when you go somewhere, you walk in, you're like, I can get whatever I want here, from chicken fingers to salad to pizza to it's usually shit.
I've never thought about it, but yeah.
It's like when you go to restaurants that are just kind of specialized in one thing, it's usually top notch.
Oh yeah. When I went to Barcelona before we left for Bahamas, we ate at a pizzeria that was, I think it was ranked number 3 in the world. That pizza that's the same bottom as they had a pop pizza in the beginning, like a thick bottom. Fantastic pizza. And the difference between a pizza like that and a pizza where you can get the burgers and the schnitzel and all of it. Yeah, there's something to be said about someone that focused specifically on one task and just.
Well, I think also when you order that much. I'm thinking on the business end, right? If you go to a restaurant and it has that much to offer, their food quality, where they get it from, is probably really processed. It's not the best because they're buying so much stuff. But if let's say you're a steakhouse, and that's all you do is steaks or BBQ, like barbecue, like just, you know what I mean? I think that's when they drop more money on the quality of the meats or fish or. I think that's why it goes. But when you've got so much to offer, you're looking for the best deals to save money you want to make money for the business, and that's probably why you feel like shit.
Yeah. No, I think it's something to be said about that.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you go to a seafood restaurant,
and
you
I
only want
noticed that
seafood.
because when I went to Pop, they were like, "What do you want?" Well, all we got is pizza. They didn't offer you maybe a little salad to go with it, but everything else, it was just pizza. And then when they switched up, I got the menu, and it was like 4 pages.
I remember
It's like I was reading a Bible. I'm like, what's going on here?
The best pizzeria was still Pizza Bakaren, the Norwegian pizzeria that was right next to the cinema in town. Remember that place?
Yeah, but that was like the thick. They closed down, though.
Yeah, no one liked it in town. No one loved it.
They needed it to be like they were like, no, this is different. We need it to be like the other 40 pizza places we have right next door to each other.
We like Rimini.
Yeah.
Rimini went to shit. I still like Valencia, though. I don't know why we're talking about pizza so much.
Yeah, because no one knows what we're talking about. Like,
no, exactly.
Just go off to a rant. No, but anyway. So, yeah.
No, I think it's timing with food and with everything. I think you can eat, but you can't out-train a shitty diet.
You can't out-train a shitty diet.
That you can't do, but every once in a while.
Yeah, but you also can't out-diet shitty training.
It's true. Well,
no. Some people think they can just eat right, but they don't do absolutely but I eat healthy. I don't walk or run or lift weights.
Are they still working out or not working out at all?
That's what I said. Maybe. I think it goes both ways. I think it goes both ways. Just because you're eating right doesn't mean you don't have to be active, right? Everything is a balance.
It is.
Everything is a balance, man.
It is.
Sometimes my balance swings one way and then it swings back, but it's all a balance.
Oh, yeah. I haven't worked out in 3 days now because I fucked up my back, and I don't know what happened.
I know. You're running.
Yeah.
That's exactly... Dude, it's not some great mystery of the world. You're running. You're trying to do a race in January. Every time you've done this, you've hurt yourself.
No, I hurt my knee.
I told you, first of all, when people ask me if I run, I go, from what? And then number 2, I say, only if it's raining.
I'm going to do the half marathon. My training starts... Not this Monday, but the next Monday. I start my 12-week program.
You're going to be so fucked when you and I come back from Florida and you're on the plane.
Yeah.
Like the day after, you're going to be like... And then the problem is, I'm going to have to hear your bitch about it all day. So it'll be like, I did it too.
Of course.
So, but that night, we're like, when you get done, we're going to go out and we're going to eat.
Oh, yeah.
So
we're going to feast after that.
So what do I go? Do I just stand out there and like wait for you like a happy housewife to see if you cross the line?
With a sign. Go, Tom, go. And then I wanted to run to like the half point.
And then run back?
And run back
I'm not running anywhere. I'll wait till you come through the line and then I'll shake your hand.
It's gonna be I'm looking at 1:45.
In the morning?
45 minutes. No. The run time.
Because I can go home and just come back and get you later, dude. So is this further than your last run that you did?
No, half of it.
Half of it?
I did a full marathon in September.
Okay, that's right.
This September? Last September.
See, I'm a good friend, dude, because that's just...
But my plan is to do the half marathon now in January.
I still hang out with you when you run.
And then in May, I'm thinking I'm doing the full marathon.
Back in Sweden.
Back in Sweden. In Stockholm. Stockholm Marathon. I don't know yet, though. If the stars aligned, that's how I want to do it. That's how I want to plan my season of running.
Right.
It's fun. It's fun. And I feel good running.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens in Florida.
Florida, yeah.
I'm wondering, do you and I go there and party hard a few days before your race, or do we party hard after your race that night? But then you'll just be cooked.
After
you'll
race,
be useless.
It's only one day. We can do like one hard night in the beginning of the week, chill for a couple of days, and do one hard night Saturday, and just get on the plane on Sunday, and then pass out.
Yeah, we just want to be smart, though. I mean, we don't want to set you up for failure, but we also want to have a good time when we're there.
Yeah,
because I got plans. I've made plans, so we're not even there yet. So, I'm just saying, I know you got your race, but I got shit too.
I think I have my run on Wednesday, my last run in the program on Wednesday, and then I'm off. Then it's rest day till the race on Saturday.
Right.
And the race is at 6 in the morning, so you have to take me early.
But what if can we stop at Dunkin' so I can get a nice coffee?
Yeah.
All right.
I can probably drive there because maybe I pick you up somewhere. I don't know.
No,
Shit might happen.
If I go out Friday night, I'll be there at the line for you, dude. If I'm not there when you're ready to leave in the morning, trust me, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Just go. I'll be there. Just don't worry. If I go out and I don't show up Saturday morning when you're leaving for the race, I promise you, I will be there.
I know.
I will get Uber, donkey, whatever. I'll make it. So,
I know,
but I can't promise you the night before. Dude. So I'm just being real.
You're being too real.
Yeah, but I will be there.
Yeah.
When you cross the line,
I don't care. If
I can guarantee you that much. I don't know what state I'll be in, but I will be there for you.
You'll probably be in the 1% club. That's so cool that they have a 1% club on Whoop.
Yeah, and I
haven't joined it.
I go to that club a couple of times more. I
haven't joined it yet.
I have been in that club more times than I'd like to admit.
I'm the boring fuck.
That's too funny.
Someone said Whoop is like having a second housewife. It lets you know when you've been bad, when you've been out drinking and out partying. It lets you know in the morning.
Yeah, but it's fun. You're like, okay, well, at least it's documented, so it's like it happened, right?
Yeah. No, but it's like telling you were shitting last night.
Yeah, I mean, you wake up in the morning, you're like tired, you spent all your money, you've got nothing to show for it, but then the Whoop says, no, you did something last night. You're like, okay, all right, well, it's worth it.
You're in the 1% club.
Some documentation of my existence last night. That's too funny. But yeah, bro, I'll be there.
I'm doing the Sober October on Whoop right now.
I'll be there. Whatever.
I can't believe you didn't join me for that.
What?
The Sober October.
Why would I want to do that?
Because it's a thing. It got up. Didn't you get the message in the Whoop?
Yeah, and I deleted it. So I was like, swipe, delete, next. And then I went about my day. I got it.
It's fucked up that they put it in October, though, because it's Oktoberfest and all of that. It's like a big drinking...
yeah. I mean, it's no drinking in October, right?
No, I can't drink.
And then no nut November. Isn't that right? No. What the fuck, dude? You might as well just join a church.
I'm not doing that.
I don't know. That makes no sense.
Sober October, then no nut November. And then you can live in December again.
What's that?
You'll be a new fucking person in December.
You'll be a psychopath. That's what you'll be.
Be a school shooter.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like, that makes no sense to me. A woman planned that. That was woman made those 2 months.
But you can drink when you know nothing. So.
Yeah, but when you drink, you get frisky, dude. You get friendly.
It's true. You get friendly. Yeah.
You're like, hi.
You get real friendly. So you get a couple of drinks in you?
That is too funny. Yeah, dude, that's the worst mix.
But you just
let me get this straight. I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to go out, but I can't do anything about it?
No. It's no nut November, brother.
Nah, I'm good. You enjoy yourself. Tell me all about it.
I'm not. I didn't say I'm doing no nut November.
Whatever, man.
I'm doing sober October though.
All right, bro.
It's only 10 more days. Something like that.
Then I'm going to find you like belligerently drunk, passed out in the kitchen, bottles around you.
That was
At November 1st at 12:01 a.m.
in June. June I got here, right? Yeah. No, July I got
July
here.
4th you got here.
When I opened my apartment, my fridge, because I have a good friend, and my fridge was full with beer and a whiskey.
And
And I got drunk the first night.
keep it coming. Oh, stop. No, keep going. Don't talk about me. No, keep talking. Go ahead. What?
I got drunk the first night.
Good for you.
I was like, I was in a good
Well,
mood.
I
was like,
wanted to
hanging out
lube.
my
I
clothes.
kind of wanted to lube your experience coming to the Bahamas. I was like, well, shit, alcohol and liquor,
Yeah.
right?
Whiskey.
Stocked your fridge up, hooked you up.
You need whiskey if there's...
Yeah,
if
dude.
the power goes out for more than 24 hours, you need a
I
whiskey
thought you were
bottle.
going to say 24 minutes.
Yeah. That's my line.
You're like,
24
well,
minutes. Yeah.
24
now
minutes.
I can drink. Fuck sober
Get a
October.
beer. Yeah, out the window.
Yep.
So,
We're
That's
stuck here. We have no power.
that is
Fuck
too-
sober October
too
for
fun.
now.
I have to look at getting a generator. They're only like a couple of grand now, a little under $2,000 now.
I saw a portable one that one had I follow a dude that travels around in a van, and he can power a house for like 12 hours.
Yeah, but the one I'm talking
like
about,
this.
maybe it's a bit bigger, and you can actually probably put it into the house, and it can run everything. Yeah, because
Didn't
they're
you
getting.
have that in your when you lived here last?
When I lived in
When
Long
you lived in
Island?
Bahamas?
In Abaco, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a big machine. It was like the old school ones. Now they've become so compact and portable. This one was like built in for the house.
You can tell we're living in a rich area because every time the power goes out,
The
you hear the
generator comes on,
generators. All the neighbors, just generators going off.
Yeah, well, we're not rich because we ain't got one. So, but it works out good. But they're so cheap now.
It's like a portable one?
They used to be. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, it's like got the wheels on it with a handle. You can pick it up and bring it in, drop it down like X amount of voltage or something like that.
No brainer.
I gotta learn. I gotta look more into it because I'm only used to the big ones for like hotels and the ridiculous ones around some of these houses, right?
Yeah, there is a building.
The portable ones are kind of new to me, so I got to figure them out. So, and it's just good to have, and it's something when you leave, you could take it with you.
Yeah.
Like you go to another island or something, it's not like it's built into
True.
the ground that you can't pull it out. So, but I definitely think we need one of those, especially the way this past summer has been. You know.
Well, power's been out a lot.
Yeah, but they're doing a lot of line repairs too.
Yeah.
you
At
know?
least now our Wi-Fi isn't out all the time when we got the Starlink or
No.
Skynet, as you call it.
It is Skynet.
It is Skynet. How cool is it that he's rolling out his robots right now, Elon Musk? The convention We Robot,
Yeah, I saw that. They're like 20 grand, right?
20 to 30 grand.
30 grand is for the cab, I think. And I think the robots are cheaper. And remember Boston Dynamics? They were like cutting edge, right? I think one of their robots goes for like $150,000. And it's supposed we can't do half as much as the ones that he has. It's faster. His ones are faster, more interactive. He's just like running circles around them, and he's selling them for 20 grand on top of it.
It's going to be robots everywhere.
What, hey, dude, what a flex. You know what? You've been around longer, but I'm going to make a robot that's better than yours, cheaper, and it's just going to make you look like a jackass.
Dude, it's going to be like iRobot, the movie. Did you see the bus he made? Like, not the taxi, not the
The
cab.
Cybertruck?
The big bus he made.
No.
That was self-driving.
No.
It's like a huge bus. You can sit
Yeah, like a 14-wheeler, kind of like a...
Yeah. You can sit like 12, 14 people in there. It's like a big bus.
Oh, you mean like a tour van or something like that? Okay.
It was like a bus. And then there was self-driving. Exactly
The thing
like
is,
the
like, I
cab.
don't really care, because some guys at work were talking about it, and it's like, I don't really care about the robots. I don't really care about the self-driving taxis and all that other shit. But it's like, he does a lot for the planet. He does a lot for people. Remember when was it Cuba? Or was it Puerto Rico when their power went down? I know Cuba's out right now, so I'm getting them confused. Like 4 years ago, and he sent all these solar powered generators down to like run.
Wasn't that Ukraine?
No. I
Because
think
he did something for Ukraine as well.
No, it wasn't Ukraine. I think it was Puerto Rico or Cuba. He sent all these portable like generators to like run half the island or country. I can't remember. No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't the Ukraine. And I just was like, no, and it just kind of fell under the radar, right? And then he had his first spaceship, a few weeks ago, actually come back and land on the arm.
That.
Did you see that?
Saw that.
Like he does a lot for the planet.
Didn't he take off they get free the Wi-Fi for the rest of the year in Florida?
In Florida, yeah, and because once you get it hooked up, when you buy the satellite and everything, you get the app and it gives you updates. And it tells you exactly what's going on, and you can check. I mean, it's overkill, but I was enjoying it. You remember that? I was like, look at this. So it's
way
like,
too much.
So geeking on it. But it gives you updates, and they said because of Hurricane Milton, everybody that has Starlink and that, I think from Tampa down, wherever they got hit the worst, it's like a closed off area. They're all going to have free Starlink for the rest of the year, so they can communicate while they're going through everything and deal with. It's like, who does that?
Yeah. I remember when they talked about Starlink. This was probably like 7 or 8 years ago. I remember him saying like, "I'm gonna bring internet to the whole world. Like you can get Wi-Fi in the middle of the woods." And I was like, "Nah, that's never gonna happen." And now it's here. It's here, and you didn't even notice.
That's the roaming one, right? Because I remember when I went down in November, when I was traveling, I visited my buddy Tito because I had a layover in Florida for a couple of days, and. I remember it was like where he was working at the time, he was actually helping out, was all these mega yachts, right? Like the guy from TikTok I was sending you videos, remember? The guy from TikTok was supposedly in the harbor one day. Yeah, the boats, they got like 40 crew. It's just absurd, right? And in the office area where he was at, because basically he was making sure that marina runs smoothly, right? It's a very high stressful job. There was a place where all the boats that were coming in or leaving were getting orders shipped to the marina. And all I saw was Starlink boxes on the shelves for all the boats. Like everybody was getting it. And that's when I really started paying more attention. That was just last year that I started paying more attention to it. So, and I'm kind of glad that we got it when we got it because we have the 3, which is like the newest one. The other ones it's as always, it just gets better as it gets older. But we almost bought the 2. Not knowing, and then the 3 popped up, so we got very lucky.
I send you that video when you see how many satellites is in the sky, like from year to year. So many Starlink satellites in the sky right now.
It's absurd.
It's everywhere.
But there's a new company that's supposedly doing the same thing now. It begins with an A, and I can't remember it to save my life. But I was like, competition, which is always good.
Yeah.
But they're starting to do it, so. I don't know.
They're doing satellite as well?
It's the same thing. They have satellites, and they're going to be selling what
Probably
Elon's
cheaper.
doing. Yeah, but you know what?
Though.
I'm not.
I don't know though.
There's just certain people. I'm sticking with Elon, man.
It feels like Elon Musk.
I'm not gonna leave. If it's cheaper, I'm still gonna pay for. I'll still pay for this because of just the track record he has and how he's always innovating things and just out of loyalty. And I'm like, I'm not going to go for something cheaper than I don't like it. But if you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Like, it's,
No, definitely. But it feels like Elon Musk is really doing stuff for people to afford it. Because the robots are cheap, the cabs are cheap. He's doing, have you seen those houses, the portable houses? They like fold out.
Yeah.
Those he's doing, and those are going to be really cheap. You can ship one here, put it there, fold it out, and live in it.
We have to make sure it's hurricane proof, though.
It probably is.
I don't know. We have to dig into that because I saw them I actually saw portable houses on Amazon for like $10,000.
Dude, why not? Why not buy a portable
No, I get
house?
it, but there's a little bit of what are they, prefab, I guess you would call them? They just fold out. And I get that in certain locations. Like maybe it would work in Georgia. Or maybe it would work in like Wisconsin or North Carolina. Like,
I hope I'm saying it right.
Connecticut or something like that. But I don't know how it would handle. Because I know the Cybertrucks aren't allowed down here. They will be destroyed in seconds with the weather. Like these type of countries, I don't think they're able to bring them in.
But it would be good if they were solar paneled. But they're not.
This is the environment you want solar panels for.
Yeah, if the cars were solar paneled, you can drive it away
Yeah.
all the time and
Yeah.
never charge it. I don't know if it's Elon Musk doing the portable. I get
No, I think he is.
I know he's doing the
think-
Tesla houses. I don't know if it's portable though.
Yeah.
It's a small house that you can get like really cheap, at least.
Well, you're not saying portable. You mean just they bring it in and drop it.
Yeah.
And they open the walls up and you just plug that fucker in and you're like rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. I need to watch that just a little bit closer because I got to see how it's. Yeah.
That would be dope. Though.
Well, have you seen
Buy a
people
piece
now?
of land on
You
the-
seen the people with the containers?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're cutting containers and turning them into like decent homes. They're called tiny homes or something like that. It's kind of cool.
There's a channel out there. You showed me this, actually.
That's right.
There's a channel out there doing it.
Yeah, but that guy started out doing like bars, like a drinking bar or like a little thing for the back of the house, and then it kind of
And it escalated.
and then it escalated, and then now they're like, you can buy these containers pre-cut, and smart, very very.
I
smart.
always wanted a container gym. I think that's cool.
But it gets hot though.
Not
You
if you open
got
up.
to insulate it.
I think it was, I want to say Zack Snyder that had a container gym. I think he
I
has
don't
a
know.
container gym.
I don't know.
And it was dope. It's
I don't know.
everything you need in there.
I don't think he has a container gym.
Maybe it isn't.
No, I don't think so. But no, it's but the container gyms, everyone brings everything out, don't they? They don't work out in the container.
Some do.
Well, they're a glutton for punishment then.
There was one, yeah. Maybe they used it for storage because there was one down in Aruba. I remembered it was containers, but maybe they just had it for storage in the office, and then the gym was in the middle of it. I don't remember how the layout was, but they opened. They had like bay doors. The container they cut like doors in them, so
That's
they
cool.
opened it all up.
That's very very cool.
I would rock a container gym.
Oh yeah.
That would be dope.
If you could open it so it would come out for sure, but to actually train in the container, you'd be miserable.
Now, what you do is you build a container, then you build a deck in front of the container, then you just have the bay doors, open it up, and then you do your workout out there, but you still have your racks and stuff in there.
That's what I'm saying though. But I mean to actually, yeah. But you're okay. I think we're kind of on the same page, but I'm not going to get into an argument about it.
No, you're thinking like a real container and then close the door and work out in there?
No, I'm just thinking, yeah, because I've seen people try and do that, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. So
Not here.
maybe I'm missing something. So I
34 degrees in the summer and working out in a container. It's not gonna
34, dude, more like 85, 90. Oh, you're talking
happen. Degrees, I said.
European.
Not Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
I haven't learned...
Europeans.
I haven't learned Fahrenheit. I haven't learned miles. I haven't learned cups. All of this weird shit you use over here.
Except for meters.
I even brought my own
You're confusing.
deciliter mots. Deciliter, what do you call it?
It's funny you said that because I brought my cups when I came to Sweden, like the different size
Did
ones.
you really? Did you really?
I couldn't measure my shit.
I'm so
I was
used to deciliter, I know exactly
that's
what
so
I'm-
funny you said that. I literally went to like, what was it? Crate and Barrel, I think it was one of those stores, and bought the different cups that go in, like the 1 cup, half a cup, 3, and yeah. So I don't have to read it. That's so funny.
You don't want to retrain your brain. You know exactly what you need for rice.
No.
But that was actually Corolla that told me.
But I remember when I first got there and I was telling the guys in the gym, I'm like, okay, grab the 50 kettlebell. And I meant 50 pounds. And they looked at me like I was fucking insane. And I was like, no, sorry, kilos. I mean 24. It was so, like, what? I'm like, yeah, we're going to do 100 swings with a 50. It's so funny.
First day.
50 kilo, yeah. What do you mean you can't do it?
I'm here to change
You little
lives.
bitch. Come on.
I'm here
Yeah.
to change life, bro.
Yeah, I'm here to destroy backs is what I'm here to do. Too funny, man.
Yeah,
That is
now
funny.
in our gym, we have the pounds.
Well, no, but that's funny because when I was here getting some stuff, I had to retrain myself because I'm like, shit, I've been doing kilos for so long that I look at something and I was like, oh, 10 kilos. And I'm like, wait, that's pound. Like, you know what I mean? So that took me. So it's funny how it sneaks up on you.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm in the gym, I don't know what I'm lifting. I'm just feeling it
It
out.
feels heavy, yeah.
I don't even know if it's 10 kilos or 15
I
kilos.
think when it
I
really,
have no idea.
when it really hit me was, must have been 2019. Because when I was on projects, we were doing things in pounds, so that wasn't hard. But when I went back to the States in 2019, I was gone for a month at Jim Jones, and I everything was in pounds, and I'm just putting weight on it, I'm moving it. And I remember some of my friends were like, yo, you've gotten strong. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I was like not paying attention. It's kind of a benefit, right?
Yeah, it's a good trick.
Because I couldn't register it. I was just like, just going for it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, what are you doing? And for those guys to say that, that's pretty funny. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's not it's found. Because it can mess you up.
Oh, it messes you up.
It's deceiving. Yeah, but it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
It's because at first you're having a hard time and then you just remember it. Then it just kind of becomes a default. And then when you go back to the old thing, you're like, shit, I've like, don't have bandwidth. I've gotten rid of that, you know? So.
But the best thing is you just don't know what it is. Just feel it out. Like, this feels heavy. Let's go with that one. It hit me.
There could be something to that, you know, psychologically. There could be something to that when you're not knowing what the weight is because you're putting a number on it. So it scares you, right? But
yeah,
if you
exactly.
pick up something,
you don't really know.
You don't know the weight. You're like, this is heavy, but you work with it. And then later on, someone says to you, hey, that was 34 kg or, you know what I mean, 60 pounds. You're like, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, 50 pounds or something. So there might be something to that.
I think so.
I do believe that when you give someone a time, you're actually kind of anchoring them.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Like, remember we were in the gym and people were like, okay, what did you get? And you're like, oh, I got 6 minutes. Then you're kind of anchoring them because they know they just got to get 6 minutes. But there was times when I wouldn't tell somebody and they would blow past or crush the actual time by a good amount because they had no preconceived notion of what time was to beat. Right?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when someone's like, okay, what do you want me to do? Well, what time should I do it in? I think you can screw someone. You say, look, just get it done as quickly as you can. I think there's something to be said about that.
Go both ways. Like if you do a 2K, for example, and you want to hit 7 minutes, you're going to go harder because you want to get under that 7 minutes.
Well, no, I've got that, but I'm saying let's say you and I did a 2K, right? And I wasn't there and you did a 2K and you got 6:55.
That's usually what I get.
Which is decent, right?
Yeah. Not good, not bad. It's in the middle.
I mean, I haven't done a 2K in years, so I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
Last time
but
I
I'm
did it
just
was
saying,
when I lost a bet to you.
I know, that's a whole other podcast. So if I know that you got a 6:55, then I'm like, okay, I just have to get a 6:54 to beat him.
Yeah.
But if I walk in and you're like, just go for it, man, then maybe I pull a 6:50 because I don't have a reference. However, some people need a rabbit to chase, right? Some people need to know this is the time you have to beat, right? Some people need that.
You know what?
I know for me, I do better if you don't tell me. Like when we're doing a workout, don't tell me how much time I got left. Just tell me stop. Because if you let me know how much time I've got left, I will psychologically, that will play with me, opposed to me not knowing and I'm just pumping it out. And I do better and I get better times that way. Does that make sense? But everyone's just different. But I do think
what I am. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I know
it just
one
depends.
person in our last gym that if you put a best time of the class up there, he was going to beat it every time. And that's Johan. He was like, if you put a time up there and a workout, it's like, who had that time? All right,
he's just a prick.
Let's go.
And his hair still looks good when he's done.
Yeah.
Dick.
I remember I did a workout. Like this was maybe like the last week. I wasn't seeing the gym and I did some workout and I put my time on there. And he was like, I'm doing that workout. And then he beat my time by like 2 rounds or something.
But I remember a perfect example. I remember when I started introducing the 2K road to the gym, and everyone was like, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that." And they were having a hard time getting 7 minutes. And I hadn't done a 2K row in like a year when I got there. And I remember you were away, and you were away, but it's when we had flooring. Well, as soon as we got the flooring in around that time, so I don't know if you were there or not. And then I pulled I pulled my time and I got a 6:42. That's the best time I ever got. I got it once before and I got it once there, but it took me like 2 or 3 years to get under 7 minutes because I hate the rower. And I remember the people in the gym that couldn't do it, the guys, women's different time, when they saw that I got under 7 minutes, like Kickin, all them, and the old crew,
old dogs,
they got way under 7 minutes. And that was the time when, remember, that was around the time when Pontus pulled a 643. And I told him he never has to do a row again because I didn't want to get beat. I was like, you've never got to do it. Good job, buddy. You've never got to do another 2K row. He laughed so hard. I was like, you're
yeah. As if someone comes close to you in a squad or something.
I was like, good job, buddy. You never have to do it again. Everyone else, I'm like, fuck you, do it again. That's too funny. But it's like you see someone kick in the door. Oh, it is feasible, right? So everyone's different, but I do think sometimes when you put a time on someone, it can actually hinder them.
It's weird that what you said, like when people see that it can be done.
Oh, yeah.
And then it gets not only beat, but the time gets so much, like the sub 5 mile. Once that got beaten, now a lot of people.
Well, I mean, it's like anything,
said it
right?
was impossible.
It's unrealistic, but I'm just trying to say, let's say you were in a boxing match with Mike Tyson in his prime, which I don't know why the fuck you would be, because you're going to die. But if you got a hit on him and you split his lip or you dropped him, he's going to get back up. But a party was going to be like, fuck, man, I may have a chance, right? Which you won't in the end.
True.
But it gasses you up. So I think when someone sees it can be done, it's kind of the same thing. You gas them up. Oh, it is feasible to do this, right?
Yes.
That might not be a good comparison, but you do see what I mean. Like, it kind of hypes you up. Like, oh, I can do this, right? Maybe you can, maybe you won't, but it'll give you that little bit of incentive to try harder, right?
Yeah. No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that goes for everything, especially like, everything in the gym, every record that's been beat, like 500 kg deadlift was beat like a couple of years ago. Now a lot of people can do it.
Yeah.
Like you just have to see that it's humanly
It's the
possible.
same way in freediving. You know, we watched that a long time ago. There's depths that when I was doing it, and this was like on a competitive level 10 years ago, when I was doing it, me and guys I knew we were going past records that the pioneers that we adore were doing. We blew past them, but it doesn't matter because in that time period, they were going into the unknown. So if they were here, if we were there when they were doing it, we would have been like, you see what I'm trying to say? And it doesn't matter. It's soon as you see it, you just start passing it. And you don't take away from the people that did it because they opened the door for you to do it, right?
The only sport that is not true is hockey because Wayne Gretzky, no one beat him yet.
Yeah.
People saw that he can do it, but no one had beaten him yet. Oh, Alex Ovechkin is close right now. He might beat him this season. Not in points, but in goals. That's one of those. It was done then and will probably never be done again in hockey.
Yeah, you always have that one guy in a sport, though, don't you?
Yeah.
That just kind of sets the bar.
Tiger Woods.
Sets the bar forever.
Yeah, Tiger Woods.
Not forever, but really puts a lot of space between him and everybody else. So
I'm ignorant to I'm not ignorant to basketball, but Michael Jordan, does he hold point records, or was he just the GOAT in winning titles and stuff? Do you know that?
I think at his time, no one had seen anything like him. Like I know that whole LeBron James and Michael Jordan debate and who's better and who's greater. And I always feel like you can't. I would say Jordan because of just different reasons. And he was also a leader and he brought there's a lot of moving parts to me on that. But I always think about it, okay, what if you put both of them against each other in their prime? Jordan would dominate him. Even though if he has more now, LeBron's playing the game longer and he's done more. That's how I would look at it. Like if you put them both at the same age, you see what I'm saying? Like that's when you would know who's who.
But it's an impossible argument because the game is faster now. That may not.
Well, everything evolves.
Yeah.
Everything evolves. Look at race car driving. They weren't doing that shit 30, 20 years ago.
No, exactly.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
But they were doing amazing shit with vehicles that weren't as good as they are now. So you put these guys that are racing in these cars at Formula One, where it's all computers, in one of those old vehicles, they would be like, and then they would just be having laps done around them by the goats.
True.
You see what I'm trying to say?
True.
So people don't ever factor those type of things in. Is it easier now? I would probably say maybe, because the car can do a lot. Not that they're not driving it, but the car gives you a lot of feedback. One tire's low, this and that. but it doesn't take away from their talent. But back then, man, they were just like, it's like a sardine can with wheels, and you just fucking turned it and went for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, dude. You know, I mean, there's so many factors that people just don't look at. I think they just they lean towards what their favorite is. They don't like, you know, so.
No, but it's so hard to, because you can't compare.
But like I apologize to cut you off, but our ribs are about to burn if I don't take them out.
All right, go in.
So you got to cut this podcast short because we can come back next time.
Yeah.
For 154.
All right.
Ciao. Sorry.